Oprah's picking a new book for her highly anticipated book club selection. Her first 2018 choice is a work of fiction described as a love story warped by racial injustice. And now, only on CBS This Morning, Oprah reveals her newest book club pick.
Hello, my CTM friends. I am really delighted to be able to be here to share my next book club selection. You know, I don't choose them very often because I'm always looking for the book that's going to resonate with me, that I believe is also going to resonate with lots of other people. It's the kind of thing you want to pass on to all of your friends. I have found it after much, much, much searching. It's An American Marriage by Tayari Jones. Tayari Jones. And I have to tell you, it is intriguing. It's a love story that also has a huge layer of suspense. And it's also so current and so really now that I could not put it down, and have already passed it on to lots of my friends. And so I know, certainly believe that you're gonna love it. An American Marriage, Tayari Jones.
An American Marriage is Tayari Jones' fourth novel, and it is on sale today wherever you like to buy your books. She joins us at the table. Welcome, Ms. Jones, and congratulations.
Wow.
Thank you. Let me tell you something. It's very difficult for Oprah to find a book that she likes. It takes months and months for her to find something, and a team works on it. Lee Haber works on it. So when she finds it, she gets major attitude if she gives it to you and you don't read it right away. So she was very excited about this book. But what I find interesting is that you got the idea from seeing a couple argue in the mall.
Yes, I was in Atlanta, my hometown, and I was trying to write a novel. I wanted to write a novel, you know, that was more timely, dealing with the issues of the day. But I couldn't find the people for the story. And I went to the mall and I saw a couple. They were obviously in love and in trouble. She was beautifully dressed, cashmere coat, the whole nine. He looked fine. He looked fine, but she looked wonderful.
You said he had scuffed shoes.
Yes, his shoes were just, but she was so put together. He just looked like he had had a long day, and perhaps even a long life, even though they're the same age.
What did you hear that made you think there's a book there?
She said, "Roy, you know you wouldn't have waited on me for 7 years." And I was intrigued because I didn't know Roy, but I felt fairly confident that he wouldn't wait on her for 7 years. But he said, "What are you talking about? This wouldn't have happened to you in the first place."
And the idea was born.
And so the story is about this couple that you saw, but in your book, their lives are turned upside down because Roy is sent to prison for a crime that he didn't commit.
Yes, and they're only married 18 months, as she says. She says, "I was a newlywed. I was still combing rice from my hair."
Yeah.
And he is given a lengthy sentence that's over 10 times the time they've been married, but they are married. And so the question is, can this marriage survive? Can this, and even if this marriage doesn't survive, can this relationship survive? Then can this man survive?
And not to spoil it, but it comes out of this argument, just a regular old couple's argument that they have, and then it ripples out. Why was it what you saw at the Lenox Mall that decided to put it inside of an argument, or were you just, this is what real people do and this is real people's problems, these kind of arguments?
Well, for me, when I see two people arguing and they seem to both have a legitimate point, then I know I have a novel, because for me, a novel cannot have a clear person who's right or wrong. And I could see both their sides of it. And I had taken a fellowship at Harvard at the Radcliffe Institute to research wrongful incarceration, but I had the problem, but not the people.
Yeah.
You know, I was always told by my mentor, he said, write about people and their problems. Don't write about problems and their people.
Whoa.
And so at your Harvard Fellowship, what did you learn about American prisons and what's going on right now?
You know, I learned really, horrifying things, like America incarcerates more of its citizens than any other developed country. Louisiana has the largest prison population in the world. I learned all these really shocking statistics, but I was shocked, I was outraged, but statistics did not inspire me. As a novelist, it's people that inspire me.
Yeah, I love, there's one line in the book that caught my eye. You said, Roy caught her breath with a kiss that tasted like desire streaked with anger. That doesn't seem like a good place to be in. To me, to her.
I feel like, he's been in prison, and so much of his dreams, he's hung on this marriage.
It's interesting to see how this turns out. But I want to know when Oprah first called you.
Yeah.
Because you pick up the phone and it's Oprah on the line.
I was driving my car, I thought it was Lee Haber calling me
from
because
the magazine.
Because
Yeah, she's
sometimes
our books editor. Yeah.
Because sometimes I review for the magazine. I thought she
Yes.
needed me to pinch hit something, at the last minute. That's why she was calling me so late. And I was like, hey, and it was Oprah coming through my car stereo. And I live in Las Vegas, and I pulled over. I couldn't continue to drive, and I pulled over on a dark road, and it was Oprah Winfrey talking to me, and I'm trying to talk to her, and people are like tapping on my window, asking me, do I have a quarter, do I have a dollar, and I'm shooing them away, and I'm trying to talk to Oprah, but it was the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
I know she was very excited to pick this book. She likes it very, very much, obviously, because you're picked, and I can't wait to see people's reaction. Congrats.
Beautifully done.
Oh,
really,
thank you.
really, really beautifully done.
It's called An American Marriage. Very nicely done. You can visit cbsthismorning.com for an excerpt of An American Marriage. Plus, find a reader's guide and Oprah's book club content that we'll post over the coming weeks. And don't miss Oprah's interview with Tayari Jones in the March issue of the Oprah magazine. Hope you're a subscriber.